And now for our last panel of the day, incredible inspection stories of customer demands. I would like to invite our moderator, the General Manager of OuiTours. Please welcome Mr. S. Shin.
Do you hear me? Right, good. So, well, welcome to Antalya and welcome to this forum. My name is Shin from South Korea, never from the North. So I have nothing to do with the Rockin' Man in Pyongyang. My company name is OuiTours because I wanted the money doesn't arrive yet. Right now, let me introduce our panelists. So, they are celebrities already. So, firstly, joining me on the stage, Mr. Howard Thompson. Please come forward. He's the Group Managing Director of Delion Global. And next one will be Dr.Ajit Singh Sikand. Please come forward. And last but not least, Miss Niyati Vora from the Vice President of Wizcraft International Entertainment.
She was already here.
Come on down.
Come on.
You want a bride.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello?
So,
Can we sit? No, we don't.
will you briefly introduce yourself, very shortly, and one by one?
Sure.
Yes.
Same like you, at some stage I just wanted to make money, but not in tourism. But I stayed back in tourism. I stayed back in tourism just to meet these wonderful people and to also help and serve them. I'm president of HPC Luxury MICE. We specialize in luxury incentives. And that's all what we do. You say what we want to do, and I will tell you whether it's possible or not. Generally, it's always possible. And we try to do the best out of that.
Good.
Hi, I'm Niyati Vora. I look after a business called Brand Activation for Wizcraft, which means that we largely activate experiences for clients in all fields possible to communicate. And of course, MICE is one part of the business communication. So once you've done your product sales, you've done your exhibitions, you've done your promotions, you also need to incentivize dealers. So it becomes a full circle for me, and we also have a specialized MICE division. So I'm here to kind of learn, interact, network with all of you.
Thank you.
Good.
Hello, I'm Howard Thompson. I'm Managing Director of Delion Global, and Delion Global Events is a subset of our overall business. So here to talk about the events business.
Yes. So, well, before going further, I will be a timekeeper for 30 minutes, not to lose you. So please stay with us. Don't go away.
Sure.
Let's sit.
All right.
Which way?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, we are living in the world of uncertainty. So, well, our clients are really getting, well, impatient and not easy to handle. That's why we chose this 10th topic. So, well, I already prepared all things here. So let me ask firstly to Howard. So first question is, well, as you know, event management is one of the most stressful jobs, as you already know. And the inspection is a really big deal. So do you have any life-saving tips for inspection? And do you do anything to build a certain perception about the destination and or the venue before the inspection?
Perfect. Okay, I know this is the last presentation of the day, so I'm going to keep it really concise. So, and you guys, I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs. So, really simply, engage a DMC locally. They've got all the knowledge. Tap into it.
Okay.
All right, this makes sense. All right. And the next thing is plan for the worst case scenarios. We've all been there. We've seen the scenarios that happened. Just plan for it. Engage the local DMC, engage the hotel, and all the other suppliers, and role play a couple of things, and just try and figure out what may or may not happen. If it could be a strike, it could be a health issue, it could be anything. Just make sure you know where the local hospitals are. The next thing is test, and test some more, right? So test, taste, flush, iron, use the Wi-Fi, do everything that a customer would do beforehand so that they don't encounter the problems. The next thing is meet the team. Meet the GM, meet the operations team. Make sure it's the same people that are going to be there on the day so you can strangle them if necessary. And then the next thing is get some references and check them out. Very simple, but these are some of the things that we do. And become a spy. When I say become a spy, take pictures, take video, make commentary, and then just go back over it again, and I'm sure you're going to find something that that could help you to better execute that event in the end. And then finally, act like a tourist. They're going to get out, so you should get out as well. Right? Go locally, find out whether it's safe to be in that area. Do people speak the language? Check out the local bars. Just act like they would when they're there, and you should have very few problems as a result. There you go.
Okay.
And then the second part of your question is, we just simply build out of all of that a detailed proposal, and we try and do something that's going to surprise and delight that particular customer. Give them something to anticipate and look forward to. That's it. Answer your question, hopefully?
Well, it's a good answer. Do you agree? Yes. Okay.
I'm glad to hear that. I know you're going to do everything to get out of here, aren't you? It's all good.
Our session will be a guaranteed refund. Please be with us. Okay, my second question goes to Ajit.
Yes, please.
And let me see. How do you prepare for inspection? Do you have any particular arrangement which you do before every inspection?
Yes, there is a pattern. Whenever we have an inquiry, we go through and we make suggestions for the destinations. With the destinations, first we must know the destinations, what we are suggesting to our clients. There is no theoretical explanation for a destination. Yes, you can go to Antalya and I have not seen Antalya. That will never happen. Our clients would never ask us 3 questions in a presentation. Are these your pictures? Have you been there? I'll go back and ask my partners if I can do that. No. There should be a perfect presentation, what my clients expect. We are in a luxury segment. There is nothing that we can avoid to certify that, and we have to have 100% confirmation. In a destination inspections, wherever we go, we have to see what we can practically do. We read a lot, we suggest a lot, we have professional cameras for all our team members. Wherever they go for destinations, they have to take professional pictures of the hotels, of the destination. They start with the airport itself, they start with the airplane itself. All our travelers are first and business class travelers. So we have to see that what are these airlines also serving us to our clients. We will always have these problems, and we will never have this question until and unless we have tested all other things. An event cannot be executed.
Finish it? Okay. Do you have any feedback?
Me?
For
No.
you? No.
He did a great job. He did a great
All
job.
right. Then let's move to the third question. To last but not least, to Niyati.
Yes.
Okay, let me introduce it, Niyati.
That one.
Well, some say that good inspection performance may not be enough to get the confirmation, but a poor inspection will definitely mess things up. Will you agree?
I'm sorry,
No?
I couldn't hear
You didn't
the
catch?
Yeah.
Okay, let me repeat. Some say that good inspection performance may not be enough to get the confirmation, but a poor inspection will definitely mess things up. Would you agree?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay, please.
We cannot do an event without inspection. I think both of them have covered it really beautifully, that recreate an experience when you go for inspection. And if you've had a okay inspection, it's better than having no inspection. You need to know in advance what you're going to give as an experience to the client. So if you haven't really gone there and experienced it or understood what your partner is going to give you, it's not going to be easy. This is not an event that you do in a closed ballroom and do sound light video, which is pretty much common across countries. This is an experience which is a destination experience. So unless you've not really seen it and understood it really well, basis both Howard and Ajit have said, I don't think so you can deliver a great experience. So to my mind, an inspection is a must. However small it is, but inspection is a must. So that's what I would say.
Is it good? Good enough?
It also depends on the integrity of the partner.
I see. I agree.
I did an inspection of a hotel in Mauritius. 100 people, 50 rooms.
I see.
Awesome room. I was like 100% sure that the people
Okay.
are going to be very happy.
Right. So you mean to say that depends on the situation?
Yeah, but what they did is
I see.
40 rooms they gave what they showed me. Awesome rooms, absolutely awesome.
Okay.
The 10 rooms were horrendous. So when the group arrived, I was like, thinking that people are going to come and hug me, because the room was so awesome.
Right.
Which they actually did. But those 10 people came after my blood. So the hotel let me down.
Thank you for your feedback.
I'll give you a hug, by the way.
All right.
I'll give you a hug. I promise. I'll give you a hug.
Well, if you have any question or feedback, please raise your hands. We will give you a chance. And number 4 question goes to Howard again.
Okay, all right.
What was the most incredible customer demand which you have ever had during the inspection? Did you get the confirmation? How did you handle it?
Okay, this is a good one. I don't even need to
All
look
right.
at my notes for this one.
Okay.
So we have an annual, every year we have a customer, very large customer, that's an analyst firm that does an event that circulates around the world. The speakers there are typically people like Meg Whitman, Michael Dell, etc. It's a large event. So this time we decided to do it in Venice, of all places, because it was their 10-year anniversary. So we wanted to make it really special. Unfortunately, the infrastructure there from an IT perspective was not fantastic. So we actually, over the 6-month period, had to actually rip out the walls in the hotel and rebuild the infrastructure with our partners, the hotel, etc., in order to be able to deliver against this extraordinary expectation. It came across exceptionally well ultimately. We did get the business because we already had the business, so it's pretty hard to, we didn't lose the business, to say that. And it was a logistical challenge from moving people around on boats and gondolas and so forth, 1,200 people, and also the IT needs that they had. But we got there in the end. They had extreme demands, but it was something that was memorable for everyone that attended. So that was our experience.
Okay. Good. Nice. Well, am I too fast in my presentation?
You're doing great.
Right. Thank you. So number 5 for Ajit. Well, what was the most awkward moment of your inspection? Well, you may have lots of opinion. Right?
Yes, no, there are always. The best was, let me tell you, on one of my very renowned hotels in Madrid, the inspection I went into, I just don't want to name and dirty the nest for the hotel. We have an appointment. I just walk into the hotel. I have to wait for 10 minutes to attend the person. Nobody comes in. She says, sir, she's on a phone call. She will come back to you just in a minute. She's coming down. Please take a seat. I take a seat, and someone comes and says, can I get you something to drink? Yes, please, some tea. This is the best hotel in Madrid. The best. You can just paint out the name. The best hotel in Madrid. This man brings me tea on a tray with a tea bag in it.
I see.
I'm a tea god. I'm a tea god. I give seminars on tea. I do events on tea. You can't know that. I get a tea bag. Excuse me, do you have loose tea? He takes it back, not with a word of apology. He brings it back to you, and he goes back. Who's going to make my tea? This is the most luxurious and the oldest hotel in town. You are going to give me this luxury. This is what I'm expecting from you. What would happen to my client? So my partner was still not there. I did not touch the tea. I got up and I walked away. So she called me, Dr. Sikand, I'm looking for you. Where are you in the hotel? I said, no, I'm not in the hotel. I'm gone. And I'm not going to turn in. No. There are some etiquettes, there are some manners which would be expected from us, and I do expect it from my partner as well. And if the first impression is that, and believe me that, I was served tea in a silver teapot with stains on it. With stains on it. You can't do that. If you can't afford to polish the silver, use porcelain. Do that. There is no issue on it. I'm not prescribing to you what you have to serve me in, but what you give me, you give the best. What do you want as a client? I have a very simple principle in business. What do you need from me? You want my best service. You want my best attention. And what do I need from you? I just need your money. That's all. For that money, I must give you the best money value. If I cannot do that, I'm a failure, I'm a flop. This is a luxury segment, and believe me that in luxury segment, those who are in the business of moving numbers, they have their own principle, they have their own business definition. Our business definition is, for us, we are in luxury. We do the best, and we demand the best, and we charge the best. Make a compromise, there is no compromise. There is not. We cannot. The situation which was described earlier, there cannot be that I overtake something and say, I don't have capacity, but I'm going to take 2 or 3 events from you. At some stage, I'll be only able to manage 2 events, but I have 4 events. No, this will not happen. If I tell you, you are my client, excuse me, we have a small capacity problem, I would never see you. So if you want to drive a Rolls Royce, please pay the price of the Rolls Royce and don't try to give your client a Volkswagen.
That means it. Is it workable for you all the time?
Yes.
Nice. Very good. Okay, we are on the track right at the moment. Question for Howard again.
Perfect.
What would you demand for your own meeting, assuming that anything is affordable for your company? Would you share your beyond the limits fantasy for meetings?
Okay, I think it's really simple for us. Again,
Okay.
I'll keep it quite short. And it just comes down to personalization. So making sure you get to know me, you get to know my company, you get to know what our goals and objectives are, and you tailor an experience that meets that criteria. It's as simple as that. And in our case, you know, that would be a private jet to a private island, lots of one-on-one individual massages, doing some bungee jumping, and a few other interesting experiences. That would be, you know, our experience, and that's because, you know, our clients would know whoever is delivering that service would know us. So I think, I mean, what we tend to do is to do a lot of research on the individuals in that organization. We meet with those individuals and understand their corporate goals, not just about events. Forget about events for a moment. What are you trying to achieve as a business? And then how did the event or activity that you're doing fit into that overall strategy? So that's how we operate as a business, and that's how we would like for people to operate when dealing with us. Simple as that.
Okay, good. Do you have any question? Please.
Can I add to that?
All right.
In most of the cases, the same thing, you know, so when you have some certain types of definitions, we have until today not seen off a group onto an event wherever they're going to without the first taste of the destination or the first taste of the travel at the airport itself. We have a very nice, beautiful small network at the airports in Germany. Wherever we take it off from, we have a kick-off with a nice, cold champagne kick-off. At the gate, not at the check-in counter, at the gate. We have an agreement with the duty-free shop. We go and pick up our nicely cold, chilled duty-free bottles of champagnes, and we will see off our group with that, and that is the first taste of luxury that we give you right at the gate before you enter into the aircraft. These are the services. When we take our clients, we give them private luxury transfers either from their office or from their home. They'll be picked up individually in the luxury cars, brought them to the airport with all the luggage service. They don't have to even carry their luggage for the check-in or to anything else. I was just talking to my friend, Mr. Patil. We did for events wherever we travel on a large basis, we have agreement or we have achieved agreements which give you on a very special note visa on arrival. You don't have to take care of your visa. You're in luxury business. You just can't afford to have somebody and say, excuse me, can you please take care of your visa? It's not possible. So what is our role? We are in a service business, and we give you service to the extent that you would always say, yes, I'm going to go back to you. So visa is one of the major issues. We know that it's a big hassle, even for the doctors coming from India. When we say no, these doctors from India, when they came to Germany, they simply had their visa on arrival. We just took them on a separate immigration clearance, and we brought them back on a separate immigration clearance. So there are ways to clarify things. We just had one global visa, 400 people. We have the list at the airport. As they entered, everything was gone. So we can find ways to help our clients.
Clear. Next question goes to you again.
Thank you.
Please be ready. Well, according to you, which management function is the most challenging person of the inspections?
The person who is going to make the site inspection with you is one thing, and the person who is going to carry it out for you is equally the challenging person, because I know my clients. I know my clients. We have over 70% repeat business. And I know what I have to give to my clients.
Let me interrupt you. Well, what type of client do you have?
Corporate clients. I know my clients. I know what I have to give them. I know what they expect from me. We are trained, my staff is trained in such a manner that we know what we have to look for, what we have to test, where we have to go for. We go and test the menus, we go and test the services of the travel partners, we know the hotel contracts and everything else. When we go and ask the questions, they're our standard questions. But the person who is going to make the site inspection for you, he needs to understand what my clients are expecting from us. And if he can deliver it, he is in business. If he can't deliver it, one mistake and you're gone. Because I can't afford to have one mistake. One mistake means for me 25 to 50% of refund. 25 to 50% of refund of my event. And it's a challenge. I can give you an example which we had. We had an event in Nepal, and that was the difficult time of Nepal, a political time in Nepal, and our group got stuck on a very luxury track. We got stuck. I had to refund 100% of the event. 100%, including flights. Including flights. And now we know what we are into, including flights. But this client came back to me. And that is what counts. Either you do favors to your client, not half-heartedly. Do it properly, win him again for you, it's okay. They came back, they are even today my clients. They still talk about it and say, Ajit, you remember that we got stuck there? I said, yes, I know that. But I don't tell them I refunded you the money. I don't oblige and keep quiet like a grave. Finished. And you will... Sorry? Yes. I could not refund my flight to myself, yeah? Of course. Completely. Complete tour price that was put into the bill. All the deposits that were paid, they went back in the same manner. There was no question on it. We will not do that. And there is no guarantee that things cannot go wrong in any destination. I mean, things happened. It was King's shooting. It was earthquakes. It is anything that can happen anywhere. And that was the time we were there. And if it happens to you, it happens to you. There are certain cases where you can avoid things, but there are certain cases you can't avoid. And if it happens, How generous you have to be, it depends upon you whether I want to have business from you again or not, if you want to look at me again or not. And we still discuss it. Remember that tour, please? We did that, yes. We did that, yes. We remember that event, yes. And we were half the way through with the event. So you enjoyed at least the 50%. I can't tell you that you take 50% back. No, you get 100%. I gave you a complete replacement later on, and that's it, finished.
Good. Well, we are on time right at this moment. That since we are missing Niyati, we are making
Yes.
shorter as scheduled. So last but not least, this question goes to both of you.
Okay.
So please be ready. Well, what would be your advice to the hotel or venues for a better inspection performance?
Okay, I'll go first. I think I actually alluded to a lot of it earlier, and that is just getting to know the people who are going to be actually coming to the venue. What do they need? What do they want? When do they want it? How much of it do they want? If they understand that, and take some time to speak to us. Obviously everybody has their standard brochures and their standard presentations. They're fantastic, but I can receive those on a USB stick or in an email. So do something that's customized for me. Get to know me, speak to me. We can get on a Skype call, we can have a phone call, just have a chat. And get to understand what our brief is beforehand. And therefore, when we arrive, you will be able to construct something that looks like or resembles what it is that we're looking to achieve. And I think that will increase substantially your chances of winning the business. That's my answer.
What about you, Ajit?
Well, my request to my partners is always, please don't sell me any virtual reality. Very simple. You can have that on our website. It's posted there. If I need to have a website while I'm talking to you, I don't have to. I don't meet my partners on the travel fairs. We have the initial contact with our travel partners or even the partners on a travel fair, of course, so we cannot have destination knowledge on 100% of whole of the world. We cannot know all the hotels. We still need to select hotels. We still need to have reliability. We will have. I cannot come to a hotel and say, this is under construction, sir, we will be ready on time and we'll be able to give you all the 50 rooms on the same category, 100% guaranteed. I don't need that. I need something what is ready. What you see, what you get, what you get, what you see, and what I sell. If I can sell it, I'll take it from you. If I can't sell it, I won't take it from you. There is nothing that is a loyalty in our business. There is only one loyalty, and that is loyalty to my client. What I'm supposed to deliver it to him. And there is a very simple principle in our business is, a business goes on price and comes on price, but with 100% satisfaction.
So it is your fixed policy.
Yes, there is no compromise on it.
Good to hear. Okay, what else?
That's it for me.
Finito?
Finito.
All right. Thank you for being us.
Thank you very much.
Please let us know if you have any further questions. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Please. Mike, please.
We stand over here.
Yeah,
Please,
we
try.
can
Look over here,
stand.
all
We
right.
can stand. Yeah, that's okay.
That was very inspiring. Thank you very much for sharing.
You're welcome.
I'm a travel agent and DMC from Cappadocia. And my question comes like, if you are going to a wow destination with your group of clients for an incentive, and you know the destination is wow, but the conditions in that destination is actually not what you would really like to provide to your client. But you also have the hinge that in that destination, whatever comes, you're going to give the best there is and people are going to be satisfied. Is this a destination for you to take your clients?
Either
you
you-
will do your testings and recce's and everything.
I know this destination is a luxury destination that you have. You cannot give me the luxury hotels. I know that.
Luxury hotels is easy.
Yeah,
That's
but
not the
you can give luxury experience. Yes, we heard earlier there was this Brazilian presentation, wonderful. there are possibilities, and I think Cappadocia and Thompson, in that sense, is undermarketed for its products.
Good to hear. Have you been there?
I'm going there.
Great. Hope to see you there then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How about you?
I think
Have you done any business in Turkey before?
we have actually, yes.
Fantastic.
So in Bodrum, for example, so yes.
I see.
So I think it really depends on which client we're talking about. Some clients are far more, nervous about certain destinations. So for example, this recently came out from Beirut. I think it would be a fantastic destination. I think our clients would think otherwise. Even though, I could sell it on them all day, but they have their preconceived notions. They're Americans, what can I say, right? They have a different perspective on things. So, and people around the world are going to have a different perspective depending on where they come from. So, we would do our best to sell it, but we'd have other options available for them.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for staying so long.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You did a good
Thanks a
job.
lot.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you.